I'm officially on a no buy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's that time of the month again. No, not that time of the month. It is time for my monthly beauty buys, monthly beauty haul, whatever you want to call it, for the month of July. So I decided I wanted to start doing these videos where I just kind of take all of the makeup products, beauty products that I kind of purchase and haul during the month and just go through them and show them to you in the next month instead of just kind of getting frustrated with doing multiple haul videos. So, but you know what, you guys, I still haven't used everything from my June beauty haul, and that's like just, it's a real eye-opener because I bought a lot of stuff in July, so it's like, who knows how long it's gonna take me to use all this stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep yip-yapping. I'm just gonna jump into showing you what I purchased in the month of July. Now, some of these items that I purchased, I did already use or do a video on, most likely palettes, because some palettes, you know, they hot and you just want to use them right away. So I'm going to start off by showing some of the palettes that I did purchase in July, but I already did a video on. Just in case you haven't checked out that video, please go ahead and do so. I'll probably be linking iCards all over the place for videos that I have done. But oh, and another thing I wanted to say is I want to just thank all of my subscribers, all of my regular viewers. I love you guys so much. I love all the support you guys give, the positive feedback, you know, just your thoughts on different products that I use or try out, and also the information and advice and things that you guys give, because it really does help out a lot. I love it, love it, love it. So thank you so much. If you are a regular watcher and you haven't clicked that subscribe button, okay, what you waiting on? Go ahead and click it. So anywho, let's just jump right into what I purchased in July that I definitely plan on using in August. So first one, this Afrique palette from Juvia's Place. So if you're a regular watcher of mine, then you know that I did do a makeup look with this palette. This palette is gorgeous. It's very, very pretty. If you're not familiar with Juvia's Place, you need to definitely check them out. They have some gorgeous palettes. This one I was really drawn to because it's super colorful. I love color. I love me some color, so you know, I had to do me a little rainbow look. So I will definitely link the video of me using this palette in this video for you to check it out, just in case you haven't seen it yet. So that is the first palette that I wanted to show. Next is this Mystics palette. I did do a video using this Mystics palette when I was out of town with my husband, so the background in that video is a little different because I was filming in a hotel with bad lighting, so my apologies. But anywho, this is the Mystics palette. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette from Bad Habit. You can purchase this on shoplush.com. It's one of their Lush palettes, so it's a little bit more pricey. Their palettes usually range from like 12, 14, 16 bucks, but this palette is duping a Pat McGrath palette, so yeah, they actually came correct with the nicer and better formula in this palette, because this palette is $24. If you watched the video, you know I did lose a shadow in this palette, but I did contact Shop Hush, and they actually, I should be getting my palette today because they already mailed it out. I saw it, they shipped, no charge and everything. So let's just pray that that palette does not come damaged like this one did. So Mystics palette I also purchased in July, and I love it. I did a pretty crazy look with that palette as well. A couple of other palettes that I did already kind of show in a previous video for this month are these two palettes here. I got this palette, which is called the, let's see if I can show it, the Gold Digger palette, and this palette here, sorry about the glare, see if you can see that, this palette here, both of these I purchased from Ross. I did do a Ross haul, and I grabbed these two palettes. This one here, the Gold Digger palette, looks like this. So this is the Gold Digger palette. Hopefully you can see it a little bit through the plastic. Sorry about the glare. How much did I pay for this? Don't remember. I already ripped the price tag off, but I'm sure it was probably like $5 or $6, something inexpensive. And then I also got this gorgeous 20 shade eyeshadow palette as well from Ross. There we go. Sorry it's upside down. Okay, let's see if I can, there we go. But you guys see those colors in there? Isn't that gorgeous? I can't wait to use it. So anywho, I'm a sucker for finding inexpensive makeup and palettes at Ross. So now another palette that I am excited to talk about. I didn't purchase it. It was gifted to me from my bomb BFF sis-in-law. She got me this MAC Jeremy Scott palette. Okay, this cute little retro palette that actually looks like a boom box. So yeah, she got this for me for my birthday, and I've been kind of saving it. I haven't used it yet. I'm kind of excited to use it, but you guys, this thing is super cute. Okay, I don't know if you've seen it, but it looks like a cute little boom box. And if you are 80s or 90s babe like I am, this kind of brings back some memories with the little tape deck and all that stuff. So, because your girl did have a little boom box back in the day. But this is what the palette looks like. I'll try not to blind you with this mirror, but there is a huge, gorgeous mirror in here. The names of the shadows are on this little, you know, plastic covering. But this is what the palette looks like. Hopefully you can see that without too much glare. This is what it looks like. Kind of has like nice rainbow array of shades in here. Very, very cute. And it looks like, you know, when the, I don't know, I'm not a musical person or electronic person at all, but you know, when the music is making the waves and the beats and all that sound, this is what that looks like. So very, very cute. Sorry about all the glare, but yeah, so this was one of my July birthday gifts from my sis-in-law that I cannot wait to use. That is that. You guys, I'm trying to go fast up in here because I got a lot of stuff to show y'all, and I ain't trying to have, well, y'all know I don't really care if my videos be super long. It's like either you gonna watch it or you ain't. I don't be tripping. Okay, so you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and go through the palettes first. I'm not gonna swatch the palettes and everything because I do plan on doing detailed videos on these palettes. So let's just start off with some palettes that I received in the mail. They were waiting for me when I came back from spending time with my hubby. These Ace Beauty Pallets. I did purchase the whole new collection that they just came out with. So these are the Ace Beauty Palettes. Gorgeous. There's a set of 4. I've purchased one palette before from Ace Beauty, and it is the Quintessential palette, and all of that palette is gorgeous. The shades in there are beautiful. I was kind of feeling some type of way about how much I spent on that palette, but it is a nice palette. Now these palettes here are not cheap either. I think they might be about $30 each. Don't quote me on that, but they're not cheap. I paid like $109 for the whole set of 4. So this first one here is a Slice of Paradise palette. Very cute, very pretty. Let's see if I can. And this one is this gorgeous rainbow palette. So this is what this palette looks like. Sorry about the upside down writing. It's just easier for me to hold it like this. But this palette is gorgeous. So of course, you know, your girl can't wait to use that one. And the next one is called Paradise Fallen, and this palette is actually the reason why I even paid attention to this launch. It's like a purple themed palette, you know, with all the hype and everything about the Norvina palette and me trying to keep from buying it and all that stuff, knowing good well I'm gonna buy it. I still haven't bought it yet though. But when I saw this palette, I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful purples. Let me just show you this palette. Okay. Like I said, this is Paradise Fallen. This is what this palette looks like. Okay. So this palette is much more up my alley as opposed to the Excuse my nails, you guys. I know they look a mess, but I don't care. But this palette is much more up my alley as opposed to the Norvina. You know, I love when there's a black in a palette, so I cannot wait to go ham in this palette, you guys. Gorgeous. Yeah, I know I didn't need another purple palette, but so I got one. Anywho, okay, so next collection is this Blossom Passion. So this is what the packaging looks like for the Blossom Passion palette. Very, very pretty. Let me show you this palette as well. This one, I don't think this one moved me as much as the purple, I don't believe, but it's still a gorgeous palette. This one is kind of like the reds and pinks. Very, very pretty. So this is what this palette looks like. You see how bold and beautiful and colorful this palette is? Oh my gosh. You know what? This palette is moving me. I stand corrected. This palette is moving me and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. I don't know. Is anybody else going through a makeup addiction issue like I am? But you know what? I'm good. I'm good. I definitely believe that I can go on a makeup no-buy for August, maybe even September, because I have plenty of stuff to keep me occupied. The last one is Classical Paradise, and this is what the packaging looks like for the Classical Paradise. And I love this. It really reminds me, it makes me think of my mom, because we had birds of paradise that grew in the front of our house, and I loved them. I love birds of paradise, and so this packaging, it just makes me think of home. So anywho, this is what this palette looks like. So this palette has some really nice, gorgeous colors in here as well. Beautiful. You see that? You see that? Gorgeous. Okay, so anyways, that's all I'm going to show you guys. I ain't swatching because I ain't got all day to be going through this stuff. So that is the latest Ace Beauty palette collection that they came out with. Like I said, they're gorgeous. Okay, I want to show a couple of items that I picked up. I did also pick up this Fantasia palette from Bad Habit. I know it's been out for quite a while, and I know this is a dupe for something. It hasn't been out that long. It's still fairly new, but I know this palette is a dupe for something as well. Something I don't have, I believe. But this palette is really pretty. As you can see, it is gorgeous, and this is what the inside looks like. I have not used this palette either, but you know, if you have a palette that looks like this that's expensive, that's probably what it's duping. So anywho, that is what this palette looks like. It's so gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's go over here. So can't wait to use that. Got that from Shop Hush. Another Bad Habit palette. Bad Habit has just been killing the game. Okay, now when I was in the mall just kind of perusing and whatnot, trying my hardest to avoid Sephora while I was on my way to the next store. There's actually another little beauty store that's in there that has a lot of really great, like, inexpensive makeup finds, and I came across these two Beauty Creations palettes. This one is a highlighter palette, I believe, and Cali Glow, and this one, Cali Set, is an eyeshadow palette. And they do have another eyeshadow palette that I actually want to get. These were $10 each, which is pretty good because I think I saw these on Shop Hush for 17 bucks each. But very, very cute eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like inside. There is a mirror in here. I haven't had that great of luck with Beauty Creations in the past, but I figured I'd try them out again just because this palette is really pretty. Very, very pretty. So I was like, we're gonna have to try Beauty Creations out one more again to see how they do. Okay, and this Cali Glow palette, let me go ahead and show you this as well. Like I said, I found them in the mall for 10 bucks, and I think that was a pretty good deal. So this is what these highlighters look like. Very pretty, 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 pretty. So I will be using these in a upcoming makeup look in the near future. If you're really, really curious about how they look, how they swatch and all that stuff, then go ahead and subscribe to your girl, ring that bell because you don't want to miss it. Okay, so I got a couple of, ooh, Now this palette here, this Bad Habit Divine palette, I don't know if the video for this is going to be up before this video, but I did a whole video on this with a look, which actually I'm wearing now. For this palette, this is the Bad Habit Divine palette from shophush.com, and this is a dupe palette for the Natasha Denona Star palette, I believe. Yes. And so this is what this palette looks like. Sorry it's a bit dinged up because I did go ahead and put my foot in this palette, but that's what this palette looks like. So yeah, look out for this video because I've already done that, even though that was a July beauty buy. Now I did purchase a couple of things from Sephora, Ulta, whatever, Makeup Revolution. Let's just go through. Hot mess, y'all, hot mess. I purchased quite a few things from Makeup Revolution, but I ordered them online. Now this contour and blush palette I purchased from Sephora. The packaging is really pretty. You see how pretty that is? It's kind of like a little sunrise look. And let me go ahead and, oh, I haven't even opened this, y'all. It could be all beat up, dinged up, and broken, and I wouldn't even know. No skizzers needed. Okay, let me open this up. Yeah, but I saw this at Sephora and just was like, oh, that's pretty. I have never purchased any blush or contour palettes from the Sephora brand before. So this is what this looks like. Very, very pretty. And I'm really kind of anxious to use it. That's what it looks like on the inside. Sorry, I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it. It wasn't super cheap. It might have been around 28 bucks or something like that. But it's very, very pretty. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Very pretty. So I can't wait to use this as well. Got that at Sephora, and it's actually a Sephora brand. This I picked up from Forever 21, a totally unnecessary purchase because it's nothing but just a little neutral eyeshadow palette, but you know, I loved it. The makeup lover in me was like, I gotta have it. It was $6.90, but this is what it looks like. I'm not gonna open it because you can see it pretty good through the packaging. So it's just a simple eyeshadow palette that you can really do a basic eye look, a basic smoky look. So I know a lot of people like to shop at Forever 21 for their cute little clothes and stuff. Sometimes they have some nice little makeup right in the front of the store that you can pick up and grab on your way out. Let's go through some of these Makeup Revolution palettes right quick. This one here, the I Love Revolution Violet palette. It's like violet chocolate palette. First of all, the packaging is super cute. Very pretty. I love me some purple. I love me some chocolate. So, you know, you can't go wrong with that. In the inside, there is a huge mirror in here. You know, just like with their other palettes, are gorgeous. And then let me go ahead and, ooh, drop in plastic. Let me show you what these shades look like. This is what this palette looks like. Gorgeous. Very, very pretty. It's like once I purchased this palette and the other purple palette from Ace Beauty, you would really think that I would just knock it off and be like, girl, you don't need the Norvina. Just knock it off with the Norvina. Okay, so I also picked up the Revolution Tammy X palette. I couldn't help myself, you guys. I've seen this palette. I've seen her using this palette, and every single time she does, I'm just like, girl, that palette is gorgeous. Let me go ahead and get me one. So this is what the palette looks like. I mean, the packaging alone. Let's just, you guys can see, you can see my camera and my setup. Let me just, here, okay. It's like, it's so, oh my gosh, it is so freaking fingerprinty. Hold on, let me get these fingerprints off. I'm a hot mess. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so this is what the packaging looks like without blinding you guys, okay? Hopefully you can see that. It's very, very pretty, gorgeous, like rose gold. And let me show you the inside. There is names on the sheet, of course. which I hate when they do that because I always throw my sheet away. But there's a nice mirror in here, and these are the shades in this palette. If you haven't seen it before, as you can see, one of my shadows got a little dinged up in the mail, but it's okay. But this is what this palette looks like, you guys. A very nice array of shadows to choose from and to use. But yeah, she be doing the most with this palette, okay? She really wants you to know that you can hook up a look with this palette. So had to go ahead and grab me one. Next, from Revolution, I got this Revolution Pro palette. And what really got me with this palette, of course, as you guys know, I love clear tops because I don't care about mirrors. I love clear tops and I love to see color. So that was what initially got me with this palette. But let me go ahead and open this up and just show you these shades and how they have like a marble. Come on, camera, there we go. They have like a marble effect in these shadows. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have this palette and have used it already. Let me know in the comments if, you know, the marbling makes any difference at all, or if it's just there for a pretty design. But I'm excited to try this out just because that's unique to me. Very unique, and I can't wait to use it. Okay, next. And Revolution, Makeup Revolution, iHeart Revolution, whatever, they have really good pricing. Really cheap deals and steals. You can pick up some of these palettes from Ulta and things like that. So, but I just ordered mine online. This is a Revolution Pro palette as well. This is Regeneration Trends Mischief Mattes. What's the name on this one? This one is, oh, Trends Celestial. So this is Trends Celestial, and this one is Trends Mischief Mattes. So as you can see, this is a rainbow palette. Very pretty colors in here. Let me just quickly show you this as well. If I can, oh, I'm not about to get no scissors. Okay, so this is what this palette looks like. It's just your basic rainbow palette. Beautiful, beautiful, colorful, bright shadows in here. So like I needed another rainbow palette. Now I also ordered this Smashbox and Vallata Petal Metal highlighter. I saw this a while ago, a long time ago when it first came out, and I just thought it was so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, but the price just had me held up. The price had me like, pump your brakes, girl, pump your brakes. So since July was my birthday month, I went ahead and just treated myself to this highlighter. It is gorgeous. You guys see this packaging? This is like ridiculously pretty. It really is. I haven't decided if I'm going to use it yet or not. But of course it has a little covering in here. But this is what this highlighter looks like. There's a mirror in here also. I'm gonna try not to blind you guys. It says Smashbox and Vallata up here, but this is what this highlighter looks like. Oh my gosh, you guys see how pretty that is? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And I know my fellow beauty and makeup lovers will understand how I feel just looking at that highlighter. Okay, now just quickly go through some of this miscellaneous stuff that I got in July. When I went to Sephora, I got my birthday gift, of course, and this is the Glam Glow Hello Sexy Super Mud and Glow Starter. Oh, excuse me. Super Mud and Glow Starter. And so this is a cleansing treatment, and oh, I do not feel like getting my glasses. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you guys, I just realized the AC has been on, like, if not for this whole video, most of this video, so sorry. Okay, so this is Super Mud Clearing Treatment and Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer. So yeah, this was my birthday pick from Sephora that I picked up. So actually I can't wait to try this out. I'm really loving when I can try out new skincare and facial products and stuff, because I need to get my life together, y'all. I need to get to my whole entire life together. Yeah, my whole entire life. Okay, because I have been eating horribly, hanging out with my husband. It's just, my weight is out of control, my skin is out of control. You see I have a friend right here, I got a friend right here. It's just, it's not cute, y'all. Okay, especially when you have a beauty channel. Y'all know, y'all understand. Okay, so miscellaneous stuff that I have bought for July. I did want to try out some of their single eyeshadows from Makeup Revolution. So I did pick up these 3 shadows. Is this a shadow? Yeah. So I did pick up these 3 single eyeshadows as well. So I'm kind of anxious to try those out. I'm not really big on single eyeshadows. To me, they just kind of get in my way, and I don't have room for all of that. Well, I do, but I don't like single eyeshadows. They just kind of be all over the place. Okay, a couple of small items that I purchased from the drugstore. Let's just kind of talk about those. I did pick up some blushes from LA Girl, and I don't know, you guys, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about these. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried some of these blushes from LA Girl. I got Just Rosy and Just Radiant. I don't know, in the store they looked nicely pigmented, but I don't know, I'm just not sure how I'm gonna feel about them. So if you guys have used some of these blushes before, let me know what you think. I'm not expecting too much out of them, but you know. I also picked up some little items from Wet n Wild. This one I saw, it was like the last one there. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Baked Blush, Dare to Soar. And so this is what that one looks like. Very pretty. It's like a really bright, kind of shimmery type pink. Very pretty. So you guys know I love a bright blush, so I'm excited to use that. Also, I picked up a couple of the Wet n Wild like glitter shadows, Brass and Karma. So yeah, I got Brass and Karma. These were only like 99 cents, so I just wanted to go ahead and try those out. I really feel like I need to do like a glitter type look for you guys. I haven't done any glitter looks, and you'd be amazed at how much glitter I have in my makeup collection. It's ridiculous because I don't use glitter, but I'm really wanting to use some glitter. So if you guys want to see me use some glitter, leave me a comment, let me know yes, use glitter, and then tell me what color you want me to use, because I will definitely do that. Okay, I purchased some items from e.l.f. as well. Where did I get this from? Oh, I got a lipstick from Makeup Revolution too. So I purchased one of their lipsticks also. I forgot about that. Their stuff is just so inexpensive. Oh, that's pretty. So this is what the packaging looks like. Very cute. And this is Not in Love. What kind of name is that for a lipstick? Not in Love. Okay, but it looks like just a really pretty bright red shade. Yeah, just a nice pretty corally type red, it looks like. Very pretty. I also purchased, when I was out of town with my husband, at the Walmart that was in his local area, they had a lot of products, a lot of beauty products actually, a lot of makeup that I don't have here locally by me. And so I saw this Black Radiance Soft Focus, and this is a finishing powder, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty, and I want to try it out. So I picked up the color Milk Chocolate. Yeah, so this is Milk Chocolate, and it's pretty, and I've actually really liked it so far. I've used it a few times and kind of feeling it. I did pick up something that I use all the time on a regular basis, but I did want to re-up with it, and it is this Collab Loose Setting Powder. If you are one of my OG watchers and followers, you know I love Collab setting powder. This stuff is the bomb, and the color that I always use is the Almond Caramel. So I went ahead and re-upped because I'm almost out of that. When I was in, it's not Rite Aid. Why can't I think of the name of that store? whatever. Okay, another item that I picked up from the drugstore was this was this Beauty 360, and it's just argan and coconut oil lip balm, and I thought it was cute because it's like in the shape of some lips, some red lips. Very, very cute. So I just grabbed this. I mean, it's extremely impractical. It's extremely hard to put somewhere in store, but I guess I could throw this in my purse. But yeah, I just thought it was super cute. Oh, and it smells really, really good. So that's what it looks like on the inside. It's just like a regular lip balm. And sometimes, like, after I buy stuff, sometimes I ask myself, girl, why did you buy that? Because I do not like using my fingers to apply makeup, any kind of makeup, whether it be a lip balm, eyeshadow, anything. I don't like using my fingers. So you know, and who wants to carry around a lip brush just to put on lip balm? I don't, but anywho, I got that. So okay, so I did buy a lot of stuff from e.l.f., but before I jump into the last of my July beauty buys, which is a bunch of e.l.f. stuff, I have two more items. I did go ahead and purchase one of the Stila Magnificent Meadows Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. Now, I had no intentions on buying this. I said I was never gonna buy one of these because they're too doggone expensive. I paid $24 for this, but I'm an easy sell. I'm a very easy sell, and I was in the store looking at eyeshadows, of course, and the lady comes up and she's like, ooh, have you seen this? Have you looked at this? And so she takes it and she swatches it, and after she swatched it, y'all know that was it for me. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll get it. So anyways, these Stila Magnificent Meadows, this is what the packaging looks like. You can see that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, so pretty. Let me go ahead. Shoot, this stuff is so expensive, I don't even want to waste it on a swatch. But you guys see that? You see that? Now, how could you resist? If you was in the store and somebody swatched that and was like, do you want it? Yeah, you're gonna be like, yeah, I want it. I want it. So anyway, she got your girl. I also got from the drugstore one of these Real Techniques Miracle Face and Body Sponges, because I've seen some people use them and I guess they get really big, and it's like you can basically put foundation on your whole face with like 2 pumps or with like 2 pounces because it gets so big. And then I haven't tried it yet, obviously, but after I bought it, I got to thinking, I was like, girl, that thing is too big. Like, you know, I like to be able to, you know, get into the cracks and crevices and corners and stuff, and I'm like, this might make it a little bit more difficult for me to do that. And I might end up using more product on my face than I really need to use, trying to, anyway. So we'll see. I definitely am going to use it, but I'm kind of having second thoughts about it. Okay, so let's move into this e.l.f. stuff because your girl loves her some e.l.f. For real, for real. Okay, now the first product I want to talk about from e.l.f. is this Hydrating Coconut Mist. Okay, Hydrating Coconut Mist. This is a lightweight mist that hydrates the skin and refreshes your makeup. I have used this a couple of times. I did take it with me out of town when I was with hubby, and because I just couldn't resist. I love the smell of coconut, and I just really wanted to try it out. So the packaging on this is really cute. The bottle is kind of like a little frosted type bottle, and it smells really good. If you like coconut, then you'll like this. And I did use it to kind of mist and hydrate my face throughout the day, and also before I put on my makeup, and I really liked it. So okay, also from e.l.f. I got this Lock On Liner and Brow Cream, and I'm really anxious to use this because I've been very disappointed in the brow products that I've been trying lately. The only brow product that I have been able to use and love and not have any regrets with is the Bella Pierre Stay Put Brow Gel, and I don't want to pay $25 for that. So I'm going to try out this e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream and see if I like this. I got the color Espresso. It appears to be dark enough for my eyebrows, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I haven't been having good luck. I also got this e.l.f. Correct and Set Eye Powder. It's Banana Deep Tone. So, and it's just a tiny little box for me to try out and just see how it is. I'm curious about different banana powders, how they look, their tone, how they set. So I just got this cute little sample just to try it out. I also picked up this e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Lightweight Concealer Stick in the color Deep. I really wanted to try out some different contour shades, so that's why I went ahead and grabbed this, because it looks like a nice deep warm brown, and I want to see if this will give me a decent contour. I don't really have contour on today for some reason. I don't know, I was being lazy. Also, I think I've already talked about this though. I got this e.l.f. lip gloss, the Alyssa Ashley e.l.f. lip gloss, and the color on this is Nude Rose. I love this stuff. It's really, really pretty. It's a nice little gloss that you can throw in your purse or just, you know, whatever. I got me a Pro Eyelash Curler. Now, you guys, I don't know why I got this thing. Y'all know, if y'all watch me regularly, I do not wear false lashes. I buy them, and I love the way they look. But because I don't like the fight and the struggle, I don't wear false eyelashes. But I did buy this Pro Eyelash Curler because I would like to see if this curler would actually help with my own natural lashes to, I don't know, make them look better. So anyways, I'll be trying to figure out how to use also that. I got this e.l.f. Baked Trio eyeshadow, and you know what, honestly I don't remember purchasing this. This is Brown Bonanza. I probably did purchase this. e.l.f. is really good for throwing in little extras in your order and in your box and giving you extra stuff. So this could have been a gift from e.l.f., but let me just go ahead and show you. It's really pretty baked trio eyeshadow. So anxious to use that. I purchased this Mixing Palm palette. It's a cute little heart, but it's like a mixing palette, you know, where you can mix foundation and stuff like that on this, because sometimes I don't really want to put the foundation on the back of my hand. You know, it's easy to do that, but the reason why I actually purchased this was because I bought these two mix to match adjusters from e.l.f. I don't know if these are new. I think these are new because I haven't seen them before, but maybe they're not new. I got one in dark brown and tan. So, because I have a couple of foundations that are a little too light for me, and I wanted to go ahead and try these two. So I wanted to go ahead and try these two shades as like mixing mediums for my foundations that are too light for me, just to see if I can get a better match on them, you know, so I can use them. I hate having foundation, especially expensive foundation, that I can't use because the shade is off. So that is why I purchased this mixing palette, so that I can mix my foundations on it with that. Let's see here. I also got this Primer Infused Bronzer from e.l.f. for long-lasting wear. I've really gotten into bronzer ever since my girl Bridget did her video talking about bronzer. She has a whole video educating you on bronzer, how to use it, what to do with it, where to put it. And prior to seeing her video, I didn't know what to do with bronzer. I was like, I just won't use it. So now I'm a bronzer fanatic. Whether I use it right or not is up for debate. So anyways, this is a e.l.f. bronzer, Primer Infused Bronzer, that I picked up. It looks kind of orangey, but whatever, we'll see. I also got these silicone glitter applicators. Okay, you know, I was talking about me using glitter in some upcoming videos because I have glitter, I just don't use it. So yes, I got these silicone glitter applicators, and what it is instead of it having a brush on the tip, it's like a little silicone tip. So you can use that to apply glitter easily, you know, with your glitter glue or whatever the case may be. So I'm really anxious to try these out, not just for loose glitter but also for like shimmer shadows and stuff, because a lot of times when it says, you know, use your finger to apply, I get irritated because I don't like using my fingers to apply makeup. So I'm hoping that these work and help me to apply glitter as if I was using my finger. Oh, you guys, I'm so oily. Whatever. Now, the last two items that I have to show you guys from e.l.f. I actually didn't purchase. I received them as gifts when I placed my e.l.f. order. A lot of times it's like if you just place an order over $25, you'll get free shipping, but you will also get a free gift, whatever their little goodie gift is for that week. And so for one of my orders, I got this lip kit, this nice little lip kit giveaway. Okay, and so in here I got this e.l.f. lip lacquer, which is basically just a lip gloss. I got this matte lip color in the color Tea Rose. I got this lip primer and plumper in the color Natural Clear. A lip exfoliator in Mint Maniac. So that might be much to exfoliate and have it feeling like mint or tasting like mint. I'm not a big mint fan, but we'll see. And with one of my orders, I got this cute little free brush combo. Okay, you guys, e.l.f. is the bomb. So they sent me this little, I think it's a 12-piece brush set where they just threw some of their basic brushes in this pack, and it's like 12 of them in here for their little giveaway for that week whenever I purchased those items. So that is all my little giveaways and freebies and stuff that I got for my e.l.f. orders. If you guys have not tried e.l.f., you don't know what you're missing, because their stuff is so inexpensive and they love giving stuff away whenever you order from them. So check them out. Anywho, this video is long enough. Those are all of my July beauty buys, beauty products, beauty whatever that I got this month that I am looking forward to use during the month of August and September, okay? Because I'm on a no buy, okay? I'm on a no buy, you guys. I'm gonna try. So anywho, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Toodles!